I canceled the plans for Thanksgiving after my parents called my brother's baby their first grandchild. I've been with my wife Ava for 8 years, married for 5. When we started dating, she had 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. I was there for everything. The bedtime stories where her son wouldn't sleep unless I did the funny voices. The morning her youngest lost her first tooth, and we had to search the entire bathroom floor for it. First day of kindergarten when her middle daughter cried and held onto my leg. They've called me Mom for 6 years now. My brother Ivan just had a baby with his fiancée Sarah. My kids were obsessed with their new cousin. They'd draw pictures for her, fight over who got to hold her bottle, ask when we could visit again. Last Tuesday, the kids and I stopped by Ivan's place. We were hanging out in the living room when my parents showed up with bags of toys. Ivan laughed and said they were going to spoil the baby rotten. My mom smiled real big and said since she was their first grandchild, of course they had to spoil her. My youngest daughter was sitting right there on the couch. Her face just dropped. My son stared at the floor. My 12-year-old's smile disappeared. They heard it. They understood exactly what that meant. Sarah jumped in quick. "Oh, you mean first grandbaby, not first grandchild, right?" My dad shook his head. "No, she's our first grandchild." I handed my son the car keys, told him to take his sisters outside. They left without arguing, which made it worse somehow. They knew. Once the door closed, I asked my parents what the hell that was. Why would they say that in front of my kids? My mom said the kids weren't really their grandchildren because they weren't really my children. Just like that. Like it was obvious. I told them Thanksgiving was canceled. We were supposed to host at our house like we did last year. I said if my kids weren't real family to them, then they could have their holiday with their real family somewhere else. I grabbed my stuff and left. That night, Ava and I sat the kids down, told them they were my kids, period, that I chose them every single day and always would. My youngest asked if Nana and Pop didn't want to be their grandparents anymore. I told her that was their loss, not hers. Ivan called me the next morning. He was mad. Said I overreacted and embarrassed everyone. That I should understand where Mom and Dad were coming from because the kids aren't biologically mine. I hung up on him. My mom texted that afternoon. Said she and Dad love the kids, but they still aren't their grandchildren. She hoped I'd understand because she didn't want this to ruin the baby's first Thanksgiving. She actually wrote that. The baby's first Thanksgiving. Like my kids hadn't spent the last 6 Thanksgivings with them. I didn't reply. I meant what I said. We're doing Thanksgiving at home, just the 5 of us. My youngest wants to make a turkey out of construction paper. My son asked if he could invite his girlfriend. My 12-year-old is planning the whole menu on her tablet. Yesterday, my dad called. I let it go to voicemail. He said they didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings and maybe we could talk about this after the holiday, that they miss the kids. I deleted it.